Welcome to Baton Rouge. Stanford has made the trip to the banks of the Mississippi to face Kim Mulkey, her Tigers, and about 10,000 of their friends at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. It's one of the final games of the SEC ACC Challenge. Kate Pay and Stanford representing the ACC as it's LSU and the Cardinal. Tiffany Bird throws it up, and the opening tip is controlled by LSU. Here's Michaela Williams. Samaya Smith out in the starting five, left the last game with an injury, but she looked fine in practice and in shoot-around. And Williams gets things started with the three. Stanford starting five, including Nunu Aguera, Lena Buzgana, Brooke Dimitri, Janiyah Harriel, and Tess Heel rounding up.
Points coming in transition, and that's the key to LSU's success so far this season, turning teams over and getting out and running.
There's Aguera on the glass, and that's a good sign for Stanford. This is a team, as you mentioned, no break, no Iriathan, but
defenses.
You thought there was pressure on Stanford to get off to a good start here in front of this loud crowd here tonight.
Absolutely, and right now the ball is moving well for Stanford, so you're seeing them get some high percentage looks. But a good...
Johnson gambled on the steal, couldn't get it. Aguera's got the offensive rebound and takes it inside for two more. And the foul. What a start for the Cardinal. To the bench. And Jersey Wolfenbarger will come on.
Did last year. She said, it allows me opportunities to play all my guards.
Aguera ripped away by Morrow. And here comes LSU on the run. They have missed their last 5 field goal attempts. Dave Wilson ends that. Buzgana. Ariel. Buzgana, who was a perfect 10 for 10 from the field in the last game, for gone a little while here without a stoppage. Chloe Clardy getting ready to check in for the Cardinal.
And Eric, Kate Pay immediately stood up when they got that defense rebound and said, slow down. She doesn't want to get in a track meet.
They will get into a three-point shooting contest if it does come, because we'll see a handful of point guards for both teams. The primary point for Stanford, Lopolo, is out. But Clardy will run the point. And look at the run out here, getting back behind the defense. And Johnson gets called for the foul. Here is Buzgana, the senior from Athens, at the line. Again yesterday, Haley Van Lith, former LSU Tiger, leading the way for TCU. See that coming up Sunday night, 7 Eastern, ESPN2, and also on ESPN+.
Stanford just trying to clog up the paint. This is why Dave Wilson's getting some of these looks.
She knocks down the second three of the game for LSU. This is not a team that lives by the three, making on average 5 a game so far this season. They were 5 of 11 Sunday when they put 131 points on the board. Stanford stays.
Transition defense by the Cardinal to get back.
Kaylin Gilbert on the floor for LSU, number 16. Very familiar with facing Stanford, the Arizona transfer. That's a 2. Dimitri, defended by Morrow. Buzgana. Johnson tries to sell the foul. Another 3 for Stanford. It's Aguera, her 6th made 3 of the season. And it's all Cardinal right now, up by 13.
Well, it starts with Buzgana's dribble penetration. 2 feet in the paint, defense shifts in. That's why Nunu Aguera was open in the corner.
Cardinal 4 for 6 outside the three-point line. Johnson will try the 3 and make it. Flaugier, 43% so far in the season. She knocks it down. She's got an early 5. Aguera, she is a handful and a half right now.
Depth for this team as well. Coaching staff very high on Stevenson. The key for her is just to get more comfortable in this Princeton-style offense.
Well, they had her for 2, but they were late on the pass. Instead, it turns into a 3 for Stanford. That's the kind of quarter it's been for the Cardinal. Dimitri knocks down another one. She's got 8, 2 3-pointers. Williams, that sweet, silky touch for 2.
You know, and that's the difference in these two teams. You've got a lot of one-on-one play or coming off the screen on the ball to create for LSU, and then you just see the passing and cutting and the teamwork for the Cardinal.
Ogden works with Stevenson. Day Wilson got a hand in there. LSU forces the turnover, and a foul is going to be called on Clardy here in the quarter. Shot clock is off. LSU will hold for 1. Day Wilson's gone the distance at the point here in the first quarter. Last here, Poa on the floor. She'll play some point as well. Wilson step back 3, no. Time here for the Cardinal, but they're running out of it. Aguera. I mean, if I'm Nunu, I try it from 3/4 court because everything else has dropped. Kim Morrow 0 for 3 from the field. Christie averaging 18 points a game, second on the team.
Well, and I want to credit the defensive game plan by Stanford so far. They're playing off, and you can just see the confidence grow for Stanford on both ends of the floor, but because they're plugged.
Paint points are 10-0 in favor of Stanford after that drive to the basket by Bozgana.
I mean, even the entry passes to the post are being clogged up because the guards are playing off. Just to slow down the pace of the offense for the Cardinal.
Tough shot, the fadeaway from Dimitri on the baseline. Here's Flauche. Williams, wide open 3.
That area already this season.
They look for Gilbert on the inside. She has strength. She can use that right hand and left hand without going to the monitor, which we appreciate. Lost art sometimes.
Well, I think it was about the shot clock.
Flauche. All LSU right now here in the second quarter. They've outscored Stanford 9-2. Crowd gets a little louder. Little accidental offense from Bozgana.
Well, the perimeter passes by the Cardinals have to get sharper because what's happening right now is LSU's rotating into the paint, and a couple of times they've been there to take that charge if they go too far in off that pass.
Williams, 3 more. 13 for Michaela Williams. Louder and louder here at the PMAC. That will quiet the crowd because it was unique and unforgettable.
Stanford going to a little zone now.
Battle for it on the floor. Morrow kept it alive. Day Wilson. Gilbert tries to attack the zone, and she'll head to the free throw line.
All we needed was a little.
To the free throw line for LSU here tonight. 12, Iowa State, Arizona State, SEC, Georgia, and Texas, and then the AC. Aguera. Turnovers have been a problem here for Stanford this quarter. Gilbert scores off the turnover. Far here in the second quarter, still more than 3 minutes to go in the quarter.
Well, I did believe this game would come down to possessions. For Stanford, could they minimize the turnovers and stay close on the glass?
Clardy will go to the free throw line as Dave Wilson gets called for the foul. So Johnson.
Oh, I felt like the defense picked up when Kim Mulkey put her in the game.
If I had to guess, Kim was looking.
Stanford's willing to give LSU. They do not want them to get the easy paint points.
Aguera. Morrow there defensively. Three-pointer is good. Dimitri knew it when it left her hand. The miss by LSU. Stanford has settled things down here a bit. And they'll run a little offense inside of 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Dimitri. Another foul called on LSU. You can see. Had 2 career starts in 96 at Indiana. From outside the arc the rest of the way and lost to the Hoosiers.
Well, and no disrespect to Indiana, but I feel like if Brooke Dimitri doesn't get in foul trouble in that game, I think the final score is very different for the Cardinals. She had to go to the bench, and they were never the same. the guards right now.
Richard is out there. That three won't go. Williams with the rebound. Gilbert, Dave Wilson, and Richard, the freshman. That's number 30. Williams, no.
Williams is the 4 right now. Morrow is the 5 for LSU.
Maybe that's what Anissa Morrow needed to. Stevenson rolls to the basket, won't drop.
So the smaller lineup for LSU, they're switching all those screens now, taking away a little bit more from the Stanford Cardinal in the half court.
They move Dave Wilson off the ball. Shot clock is off as Gilbert has it up top. Gilbert does it herself. That will do it for the first half, and Kim Mulkey stomps onto the floor to meet her team. For the Cardinal in that quarter, they had 5 turnovers in the quarter. So what do you see on the court right now, Christy?
Well, Kim Mulkey's going with a hot hand. Gilbert starting this half, going a little bit smaller.
So Gilbert starts, and Stanford starts how they started the first quarter by knocking down a three-pointer. Harriel for the triple.
And I'm eager to see the defense for the Cardinal this second half. They're not in front of their bench, so some of the rotations, will they still be there?
Johnson now with 9. Johnson picked up a second foul in the quarter. Dimitri inside for 2.
Oh, they miss Aguera in transition there.
Aguera being defended by Johnson. Remember, playing with the 2 fouls. Aguera with the spin off the window for 2. Again, they're looking for that Aguera-Johnson matchup.
Well, now it's Morrow on Aguera.
On the switch, and so Harriel drives on Johnson. Right now, it seems to be whoever.
That I can have that title, because here's what I'll say about cancer. Early detention is the key. I am blessed to be here because I had a primary care.
Thought, and now you're perfectly healthy now.
I am very
The only
lucky.
drawback is you sit next to me, which is foul was on.
Stanford has done so well in transition defense of getting back and clogging up the paint.
Morrow doing what Anissa Morrow does time and time again. I think a technical foul has been called on Anissa Morrow. Kim Mulkey may get one too. So far, it's just on Morrow. There was some talk after the fight on the offensive boards. What did she say? Kim's not happy with the explanation from the referee, Tiffany Bird. Brenda Pantoja is the one who teed up Morrow with, but I think Brenda just wants things to simmer down a little bit right now.
Lanes, they're forcing a stagnant LSU offense.
Smith, Johnson, deep 3 to beat the shot clock. $12 points for Flage. Beautiful offense run by Stanford. Bazgana on the cut. First points of the second half for the senior from Athens. Into double figures with 11. Williams has the... Williams got the space she needed, turns to the bench. Their defense overall, LSU shooting 40% on the season heading into today, where they were just shy of 50%. Stevenson caught in deep, but Dave Wilson with the steal, took it away from Harriel. Up for Smith, Smith to Gilbert. Game, lost the handle. Another turnover for Stanford. Cardinal having trouble taking care of the ball, and here's Dave Wilson. Johnson on the pull-up. Aguera and one. Up the personal. Aguera caps the three-point play. $17 for Aguera, 17 for Dimitri, 17 for Michaela Williams. Leading scorers in this game. LSU holding for one. About 5 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock with Gilbert. Johnson sets for three. No. Rebound for Clardy. Chance here for Dimitri. Bozgana, step back, good if it goes. And that's the end of the third quarter. So the Aguera three-point play puts Stanford up by 5. Gotta imagine that's part of the message here for Kim Mulkey. Get to the paint, attack the basket. So many shots from the perimeter against this Stanford team trying to pack things in. It's been a challenge, but here's Aguera on the other end.
Aguera has been a challenge.
Or is it her second? Let's get confirmation on that. Two fouls on Aguera. Flauget.
I get up and I pressure. I pressure the passing lanes. I pressure the ball handlers. Anytime it goes into the pinch, that elbow area on the drop pass to the bigs, I double down on it.
Clardy, strong take to the basket. Here's Day Wilson. Williams skips it to an open Johnson in the corner for three.
Left with two after that timeout. So that could be really critical down the stretch for LSU.
Aguera out of the timeout by LSU. Nunu Aguera releasing the Grizzly a little bit more. 22 points for the sophomore.
Well, credit Stanford. Every time out, they have come out and they have responded and executed.
Gilbert with the answer and one. Before that game winner against Washington in the Bahamas. 18 points. Coming off a 19-point performance last time out, her best for LSU. Clardy too strong. Aguera fouled by Williams. On Williams, Aguera to the free throw line. 76% on the season, 1 for 2 this trip.
I want either Dimitri or Bozgana to get a touch here.
Clardy's fouled by Gilbert. He's already made 8 threes this season. Showing a lot of confidence with that offensive game. Foul on Gilbert. 4 for Clardy. Again, Stanford playing without their leader and true point guard. Talala Napolo, who's back home dealing with an injury before the shot. A foul is called on Stanford. To the game, they led 28-15 after the first quarter, shot 60. That third quarter for Stanford set the tone, and the Cardinal have not given up the lead. Good recovery by Williams to make it tough on Dimitri, and here's Morrow with the rebound. Flauget Johnson over the 20-point mark again for a 7th time this season and a 13th time in their last 18 games. Williams with the hoop. 3-point game. On the drive, good strong take by Bozgana for 2. Sitting way back off of Day Wilson, tempting her to take the shot. Gilbert from the outside will knock it down for LSU. Williams can't hit the 3. Opportunity missed for the Tigers. Maybe not the best shot by Michaela Williams. Aguera, Dimitri on the cut. What a sequence there. LSU had the advantage on one end. Williams couldn't make the 3. Stanford scores on the other end to go back on top by 5.
And Dimitri's laboring right now.
Williams, tough turnaround, but she will get a trip to the free throw line here. Stanford working with Dimitri on the sideline right now.
Yeah, Dimitri's definitely cramping up. They've got the massage gun over there. The trainer's trying to stretch it out as well.
Courtney Ogden onto the floor for Stanford inside of 4 minutes to play in the fourth. 3-point game.
Nice help by Morrow.
Ariel for three. Yes! Crowd, Day Wilson.
Not in rhythm again.
Bozgana with the rebound. Stanford could bring it inside of 3 minutes. They continue to work on Dimitri near the Stanford bench. Inside all alone. Aguera with the layup, matching her career high with 25. Morrow hits from the outside. It has been a quiet. Needs a little help. Clardy. Aguera. Aguera against Morrow. Three-pointer on the way. Bozgana. Morrow with the rebound. That's her 13th. Dimitri will check in. Next dead ball for the Cardinal. Gilbert. Looking to penetrate, but nowhere to go. Johnson. Gilbert. Gilbert, tough drive. 4-2. Inside of 2 minutes to play. 4-point game. And a foul called on Day Wilson. Clardy 11 of 15 from the free throw. Working on it pretty hard on that Stanford bench. Lane violation.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Morrow. There's the freshman in a big spot for LSU. Morrow shut off inside, traveling violation. Just the fourth turnover for Kim Mulkey's team, but it comes at a costly time, and now the pressure in the backcourt for LSU.
You see Morrow take the step and then picks up that pivot foot. Good call by the official, and now we're seeing some of the full court pressure.
Not much, though.
No, I mean, it takes everybody.
Clardy. Stanford with the lead. Approaching 1 minute to play. Dimitri looking to give it up. Bozgana deep three. In and out. Aguera kept it alive, but Morrow won it for LSU. 1 minute to go in a 5-point game. Morrow can't get it to drop. And she would be the one to get on the offensive glass.
But again, there was 4 Stanford players already in the paint there. I expect Stanford to work this clock really low here.
Foul called. Offensively for LSU. But they got a shooter's chance and then some here with 40 seconds to go.
Well, Flau'jae Johnson's been the best three-point shooter by percentage and makes this season.
Oh, Williams. Count it and one. So a chance for a three-point play. Left their seats for the exits, are hanging out. Just hanging out, standing.
Richard Now's matching up before that. They were leaving a player wide open.
Remember, the Cardinal have 6 seconds to get it across half court here. It doesn't reset. Clardy not there yet. Not there yet.
Just barely.
Just barely got over. Ariel at the free throw line. 9 of 12 on the season. Not advance it. Ariel clutch. Again, Stanford dropping way back behind half court, so LSU doesn't want to touch it. It does not start the clock until it's touched. So the freshman back on the floor, Richard. Clock's going. 2-possession game. 5-point Stanford lead. Gilbert, tough three. Drains it! Timeout called by Stanford, and they got the timeout in time to advance it to the front court. How about Caitlin Gilbert? Season high 20.
Eric, this is the play they worked on yesterday in the game. A little wraparound by Gilbert. She doesn't need 2 feet. She just needs the one to knock down that three. because LSU has to foul now.
Unless they get a steal right here. No timeout. Off of Harriel. Turnover. LSU ball. No timeouts. So things are going to keep moving here and move pretty quickly. Dave Wilson coming into the game. The only question would be, do they go to the monitor to check timing here, which could give the two teams a timeout here, and I think that's the case, Christy.
They are.
ACC challenge. Here's Gilbert. Williams. Williams on the turnaround. It's good. 4.3 to go. No timeouts. Aguera. Dimitri. Buzgana at the buzzer. We're going to overtime.
You had to know she was the one who was going to take the shot. Creates the space, just elevates and knocks it down. Stanford has time. They've got 4.3 to go. Just too slow in developing, and I think Buzgana had more time than she thought when she let it go.
In the SEC ACC Women's Challenge. I've been so caught up in this game, somebody's got to give me a tote board. Is this going to decide the challenge overtime at the PMAC?
Right now, I don't even care about the rest of the challenge. This is that good here at the PMAC.
Here's Morrow. It's been a quiet game offensively. Williams, she knew it. It's a three, and LSU has a lead. Their only lead of the game before this moment was 3-0 on a Williams three-pointer to start. Dave Wilson got it. First points since the first half.
You're setting the offense she wants and where she wants them.
Flauget. Dave Wilson. Gilbert on the drive will earn a trip to the free throw line. The reminder. .21 for Kaylin Gilbert. She set new season highs in back-to-back games for her new team, LSU. Ariel. Aguera skips it over. Buzgana for three. Williams with the rebound. Two-possession game. LSU with the lead and the ball. Gilbert has Aguera, shoots over, and knocks it down. It's the largest lead of the night for LSU, and it comes in overtime. Aguera through the legs. Great handle, and the great finish by Nunu.
The left-handed post player going to her right with the one-on-one moves. Beautiful.
Gilbert settling things down, looks for Morrow. Morrow couldn't get it. Aguera's got the rebound. Still plenty of time here for Stanford. One timeout, approaching a minute to go in overtime, down by 4. Buzgana gets tripped by Flauget. She's fouled out. Excellent free throws, including what she's done tonight.
So if you're Stanford here, this is a must stop. And LSU is going to do this high on ball screen again and try to turn the corner from the top.
4 straight points for Stanford. Bring it down to a one-possession game. Here's Dave Wilson for Gilbert. Gilbert trying to take Ogden off the dribble. Good job by Ogden defensively. 5 on the shot clock. It's Williams. 1-on-1. 3 on the way. It's good! Harrio can't answer. Shot clock is off. Stanford has to foul. Day Wilson into the front court. And the foul on Nunu Aguera. Free throws coming for LSU. The night. Six-point game. Bozgano, that's off the mark and off the top of the backboard. Guess who? Gilbert, who's had a huge game here tonight for LSU. Williams will. Was intact here at the PMAC. And those who left early probably won't do that again because the Tigers showing some of that Tiger magic. Clardy to the basket. Final seconds. We'll see if Stanford lets it play out. They will. A comeback in Baton Rouge is complete. LSU wins it 94-88.